Hello and welcome to another episode of Wildness and Wellbeing. I'm Tim Jones and today I'm here with Angelic Reiki Master Zoe Collar-Harrison. Hey Zoe, how's it going?
Hi, it's okay. It's going good. Yeah, good.
Fantastic. So where did your journey begin to becoming an Angelic Reiki Master?
Well, it's a bit of a journey, to be honest, the whole backstory to it, in that I had a bit of a Christian journey because I had a little bit of a breakdown in around about 2013, and it was just at home and, just crying out to God to help me because I needed that help at that time, and I believed that He heard me. And I went to church to say thank you, and my intention was that I'd pop into church, nip out, sit on the back row, thank you, and off I'd go, and that would be it. That wasn't it. That was a 10-year journey, well, longer than that, really, that I was in church for. And that's how I came to know Jesus and came to know God in terms of having a relationship with. But then in 2019, my dad died, and that's when some questions come up for me that were going a little bit deeper about the kind of the dogma that can be attached to church sometimes, and I wasn't getting the answers kind of that I needed. So I go out walking a lot around the hills where I live, and that's my time where I would talk to God, and very often I'd do that out loud. And I just kind of asked I couldn't grasp that the God that I knew wouldn't be accepting of people who weren't saved to go to heaven. And I was asking, what's that all about? I don't understand. I was really quite troubled by it. And just as I was walking on the way back here, in fact, I was just outside the house here, and I can see myself as I was doing it, and I felt like I had this kind of spiritual download come through, and because I was used to that kind of thing from God anyway, but I'd felt like it was quite an intense spiritual download where I was just told that everything it's oneness. There's oneness, and that's it. And different paths, many truths, different paths, as I term it now. And that got me sort of inquisitive then about other things. I've always felt connected to angels since I was a little girl. I used to say that I played with them, and people used to say to me, don't be silly and things like that. But I believe differently now. And I found myself going there again. I did while I was at church, actually. I did a workshop once about Bible journaling, because I used to do a lot of Bible journaling where I would draw and stick pictures, paint in my Bible and all that kind of thing. And I did a little workshop on that, and I did it on God's angels, and I don't think that was an accident. Now that I see the pattern, I think that was meant to be. We're here. We're still here, Zoe. We're still with you. And I became more inquisitive about it. And, I can't even pinpoint how I found out about Angelic Reiki, but it just came, and it was so I thought, this is where I'm meant to go, because I feel safe with angels. Sorry about the scratch, that's my little dog at the door. I feel safe. Jesus is my safe place, God is my safe place, and I know God's angels are sent by Him, so it all felt safe for me to do. So that's how and I've had to unpick bits of conditioning as I've gone along. I've had to unpick all of that, but it's something that I believe very strongly in. I feel very strongly presence around me as well. And my intention with the Angelic Reiki was it helped me start that healing journey of my own, really, and it helped me massively in the healing journey of grief with my dad. And that was my intention with Angelic Reiki. I wanted to help people with it the way it had helped, and well, the angels had helped me as well. Yeah.
So in a nutshell, obviously a lot of people will know what Reiki is, but can you go into a bit more detail about what Angelic Reiki is?
Yeah, so obviously most people have heard of a Zoe Reiki, haven't they, where they're pulling on universal energy. Angelic Reiki is I am literally channeling Angelic Reiki energy. So I am just the vehicle, if you like, that energy is passing through. I'm not doing any of the healing, they are. And they're helping you to reset and let your body begin to heal as well, which is a lot of it, I think, is getting your own body into that state to accept that healing. So yeah, it's angelic energy that I'm channeling. We do get the odd other being up in there, but yeah, it's angelic energy.
Wow. And what kind of process would you go through when a customer comes in for an angelic Reiki session?
Yeah, when they come in, they we'll do like a little consultation, if you like. I always have a consultation form for new clients anyway, to talk to me about anything that they might be worried about, concerned about. We'll help them to kind of set their intention. Once they're on the bed, then I do generally get them to, there goes the dog again, I do get them to do some breathing exercises to relax them, and I will ask them to set their intention for the healing, because I trust that the angels will send the healing. They all will know where that healing is, but I think it's kind of opens up their own energy to receive that healing, if you like, if they are setting their own intention for that as well. And I'm based mainly at the shoulders. I will sit behind you at the shoulders, and my hands on your shoulders is probably the only way you feel my touch. Sometimes at the feet. Over the body, I will hover my hands over the body. I don't touch on the body. And that's basically kind of it. There is a little bit of clearing. I'll do a little bit of aura clearing and things like that. I use crystals as well. I have crystals under the bed, and I use selenite quite a lot, because I feel that has a really peaceful, clean, angelic energy around it as well.
Beautiful. Should we let the dog in? Is he all right?
Yeah, that's...
Hello. What's his name again?
Charlie.
Hello, Charlie. What type of people would you say Angelic Reiki is for?
Angelic Reiki is for absolutely anybody who is open to it. And I think that's a really important part, is being open to it. I think it's fine to come along if you're a little bit unsure and see if you get the feel or the vibe of it. That's really, that's okay. But it's really any age group, anybody it's open to. I have all ages that come to see me. I have a young girl under 18 that comes, her mum comes with her and stays during the session. And that's absolutely fine. I'd like them to feel comfortable, so I prefer that the mum is there if they're under 18. But yeah, all ages.
What would you say has been the biggest thing that you've learned on your journey?
Oh, gosh, there's lots, there's so much. And I think the biggest thing is trusting your connection. Trusting your connection, trusting yourself, your intuition, because you know it's there. And I've always struggled a little bit with confidence over the years. But I really feel since Angelic Reiki, I feel like my confidence has blossomed somewhat. There's still some work to do, but I do think it's blossomed, and I do think that the angels are part of that. I really do think they help me with that self-worth and self-belief. That's all part of my journey, is healing that from my childhood, not being good enough or not feeling like I'm good enough. And I think, my journey, that's why I do say that for my healing style is very heart-centered. And I believe that's our connection with God. I believe is in all of us. And that's kind of where that comes from. But there's so much that's grown from Angelic Reiki in terms of my connection with God, my connection with myself, and my self-belief. There's so much, and it's grown massively.
You've got an absolutely beautiful healing room, lots of candles, and is that oils over there as well?
Yes, I have. It's a fairly new thing, the essential oils that I have found a connection with. I've found that it enhances my angelic connection. I really do feel that, and I feel them around me when I'm using the oil. So that led me to developing some sprays, little aura. I call them healing and protection sprays, because I use them here a lot in between clients to clear my space and set the air. Do it for myself sometimes as well. There's a lovely one I've just made actually, but in the blue bottle, it's called Heavenly Peace. And today I've just been spraying that around me, and I just really felt the peace, from that. I'm totally in love with the essential oils at the moment, really, really in them. As you know, I was just going to go off on a tangent talking about them then. But yeah, lots of lovely connections through those at the moment.
And you do you sell the oils that you make?
I do, yeah, I do sell them. I don't post them out yet. I've just like, because this is something fairly new, but yeah, I do sell them. I'm calling it my Sacred Sense
Nice.
range. So I have Sacred Light, Heavenly Peace, and Divine Grace, and each one has got like a little bit of an intention, different intention behind it. The Sacred Light is very cleansing and very uplifting. That's a really good one for clearing your space. The amber bottle, that is the Divine Grace, so that's more grounded. It's a little bit more masculine in that one as well, quite herby. And the Heavenly Peace, it's got beautiful sandalwood, a lang-a-lang in there for a bit of haniel, and it's really, I feel like that one's got a bit of Jesus in it, if I'm honest, as well, because it's just so calm and so peaceful, and you really feel the love.
Nice. How do people get these oils?
They can just contact me through my social media. I have Facebook. I also have Instagram. They can just message me through them. We can sort something out. Yeah.
Fantastic. And is that how also people book?
Yeah, they can. I have got a link tree on there. There is a booking site, but it's a lot easier sometimes if you just message me, and I can just then pop it in the diary for them. Yeah, it's easier that way sometimes.
Beautiful. And the cards. Tell me about the cards.
The cards are something very new to me. Now, that was a bit that I had to kind of release a bit of conditioning from, because I was a little bit scared of them at first. But I think that's because I was thinking them of like a tarot card, and they're not. They're a completely different energy to tarot. Tarot is not something personally I would use. It's not for me. Because I think you need to be careful what you're doing with tarot, and I'm not trained in using tarot or anything like that. However, these angel oracle cards, I feel, have a very different energy, and angels are very in the now. They're not really that about predicting futures and things like that. They can give you guidance, but they're not really about that. They are more in the now. And so I feel quite comfortable with the angel cards. There's something that I do every day for my own self. I'll pull a card, and something that I do offer clients. They don't have to have cards because not everyone likes them. But I offer that if they want to, have a card and read for themselves, or if they want me to do a couple of cards and read for them, I will do that. I use my intuition around that.
Beautiful. One thing I hadn't asked you about, the crystals.
Oh, my crystals. I love crystals. Anything in here, for me, it began with these blue. This is Angelite, Celestite, I think it's called. They say that one. I can never pronounce things, Tim. I always pronounce things wrong. And obviously my little rose quartz, and the master, I take the master healer because it's clear quartz. That was given to me at my Angelic Reiki attunement for myself. That was given to me for that. It's amplifies the energy, I think, of angelic energy. So I have a couple of those dotted round. I also have some pink amethyst. I was drawn to that without knowing what it was or who was going to be behind that. I find it's quite Shamuel, that one, again, heart-centered healing. And this one, the blue opal, I find that quite Haniel, again, heart-centered healing, emotional healing, which is a lot of what goes on in this room. So yeah, lots of crystals now, but yeah, getting ready to do my own attunements as well. I'll be attuning other people to Angelic Reiki. I'm doing one of those in April and one of those in October. So I've got some people signed up for that already. So really excited. I'll be sharing that with them come April, and it's be like my first one. So it's going to be super special. I feel excited, and I always feel like it's like cherubs behind me that are excited about it as well. I felt that when I was going for my attunement, and had said to my Reiki master then, I said, I felt like there was all cherubs behind me, like at the side of me, that were really excited. And she said, well, if you felt it, it's real. And I was like, okay, yeah, I like that.
The feathers.
Yeah, my feather, that is what I use to clear the aura. I will clear a client's aura, but as they start, and sometimes it's like that switch is on. I didn't realise how powerful that was going to be. I just quite liked it and thought it was pretty. But when I actually use it, it's like you feel it switch on, and as you're clearing the energy, you can really feel the energy field around, and I can feel the areas that need clearing. like, for example, somebody came the other day and I could feel it round her shoulder was heavier as I was clearing it. And I said, "Do you get pain in your shoulder?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah, it gets really bad. It's quite sore." And I was like, "Okay, you'll probably be fine by the end of this." And, and that's what I use it for. And then I'll go around again with that feather at the end just to clear anything else that might have come out during the healing that needs to go.
And you also use sound as well?
I do, yeah. Currently I have these little, what I call seraphim tuning forks. Those I use to clear space before clients arrive. I also use it to clear my aura. Sometimes I'll use them over the top of a client if I feel they need a little bit of clearing as well. I have an tuning fork, which is down there. This is my new love, is tuning forks. I'm just really getting into these, and I've got a new course coming up that I'm going to be doing actually sometime in the next couple of months, where I'm doing like an energy clear and cleanse with the violet ray tuning forks. So really looking forward to that. So that's a new treatment that's going to be coming up as well, yeah.
What is it that you think makes sound so powerful?
I really don't know. I think it's the vibration, isn't it? It will raise that vibration. And I just feel like it, especially with these seraphim tuner forks, I feel like it evokes that energy of the seraphim and sometimes the cherubim with these as well. I do feel like they're quite cheeky. They're not like we picture them as a little child, don't we? They're not like that, but there can be quite a cheeky energy that comes in, but and a very strong energy as well. But yeah, I feel that kind of evokes that. The tuning fork that I use, that's something personal that I use, and I will use that before my client arrives. I ground myself with that tuning fork. And as soon as I just chime that and it's by my ear, I just almost feel myself coming back into my body and really coming. It's just a beautiful feeling. So that's what's leading me to explore that a little bit more, is the beauty that I've found with that one for me personally.
Beautiful. And you run events and workshops as well.
I do, yeah. There's a little cafe up the road in Littleborough called Coffee and Craft up there. So sometimes I will do workshops up there. I do one at the minute called Angelic Serenity, where I do a little group healing. We do a bit of meditation and visualization. We also do a little bit of art therapy at the end of that, where they create what they've seen or use some colours from what they've seen. There's various different things. The one I've got planned coming up is a little bit of a angelic aroma with some angel oil and essential oils. We'll be creating a bath oil, their own bath oil from, and almost like a little sacred bath set. So there'll be like some nice dried flowers and things for them to choose from. Yeah, so that I do those now and again up at Coffee and Craft.
Beautiful. And Charlie has been sitting there really, really quietly, and he's mega cute. Is he a Chihuahua?
He is a Chihuahua, yeah. He is. He's a good boy. He's not. He comes, and I work in this room during the day. On my laptop, I'm a tutor by day, and that's what I do. So he's used to being in here with me in the day, so he loves this room. You can see he'll just really calm and sit nice. Normally has his little bed in here as well.
He doesn't bark or anything, does he?
No, not when he's in here. He doesn't. If he's outside, he will, but not in here. He doesn't. Or if he's at the window at the front, he'll have a little bark in there. But in here, in this room, in fact, both of them. I've got another one downstairs, Hugo. Both of them, whenever in this room, they do not move out their beds.
Oh, wow.
Really sleepy. They like the tuning fork as well. I use that on them sometimes, on the on one. They like that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Zoe.
You're welcome. It was really lovely. Thank you.
And thank you, Charlie, but he's, I don't think he's going to say anything. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe.